The Thompson family. Move and the mystery. The Thompson family moves into an old, towering Victorian house in Willow Creek. Excitement mixes with a slight unease as they explore their new home. The floors creak beneath their feet, and the sprawling garden seems both beautiful and wild, as though it holds secrets from the past. One evening, while exploring the house, they stumble upon a hidden attic. Inside, dusty antiques and forgotten possessions fill the space, but it's a stack of faded newspapers that captures their attention. The headlines are chilling: mysterious disappearance of the Miller family, followed by ominous descriptions of strange happenings, flickering lights, disembodied whispers, and sightings of shadowy figures. Curiosity turns to unease as the Thompsons begin noticing odd occurrences: a door creaking open on its own, a cold draft sweeping through rooms, and an overwhelming sense of being watched. Act 2. Whispers in the dark. One night, soft whispers echo through the halls, waking the parents. They follow the voices to the living room, only to find a child's toy lying in the middle of the floor, though their children are fast asleep upstairs. The next morning, their young daughter Lily tells them she's been playing with her new imaginary friend, Annie. At first, the parents dismiss it as childhood imagination, but Lily's behavior grows increasingly odd. She talks to Annie constantly, playing hide and seek with her, and spending hours alone, murmuring in a voice that isn't her own. Her parents grow more concerned as Lily's once bubbly demeanor fades, replaced by a quiet intensity. Their investigation into Annie reveals that she isn't imaginary at all. Annie Miller was a little girl who lived in the house decades ago and vanished along with her family on a cold autumn night. Act 3. The town's dark history. Seeking answers, the Thompsons visit the town library, where a local historian shares unsettling information about the Miller family. The Millers were rumored to have practiced occult rituals, seeking to contact the spirit world. Something had gone terribly wrong, and it was believed that they were consumed by the very forces they tried to control. But the historian has more bad news. Some spirits are trapped in that house, caught between worlds, longing for freedom. Back in the house, the atmosphere grows oppressive. Shadows dart along the walls, lights flicker uncontrollably, and Lily begins speaking in cryptic phrases that seem far too mature for her age. One night, her parents hear her laughing and talking in her room, but when they enter, they find her sitting in the dark, staring into an empty corner, her face blank. Act 4. Facing the unknown. Determined to break the spell gripping their daughter, the Thompsons decide to confront Annie's spirit directly. With the historian's help, they prepare a séance to communicate with Annie and uncover the truth of what happened to the Millers. As they gather in the living room, candles flicker in the dim light. The air grows cold, and as they call out for Annie, a soft voice whispers back. Annie's spirit reveals the tragic truth. Her family's rituals had summoned a dark, malevolent entity, and they became trapped by their own greed for power. The malevolent spirit consumed them, leaving Annie behind, bound to the house, desperate for companionship and peace. But the entity still lingers. Act 5. The final battle and freedom. The family realizes that in order to free Annie and save their own daughter, they must perform a cleansing ritual to break the house's curse. With guidance from the historian, they gather personal belongings from the Millers and offer them back to the earth, asking for forgiveness for disturbing the spirits. As they complete the ritual, the house begins to tremble. The walls groan, and a chilling wail echoes through the halls. For a moment, it feels as though the house might collapse, but then a warm, golden light fills the room. The air softens, and the oppressive weight lifts. They see a fleeting vision of Annie, smiling through the light, before she slowly fades into the ether. The darkness that had once clung to the house dissipates, leaving behind a sense of peace. Epilogue. A new chapter. With Annie at rest, the Thompsons begin to settle into their new life at Willow Creek. They renovate the house, preserving its history, but leaving behind the dark legacy of the Millers. They share their story with the town, turning the once frightening legend into a tale of redemption and healing. Though the house is now quiet, every so often they feel a soft breeze, hear the faintest hint of laughter, or find a toy left in an odd place. Annie may be gone, but her spirit remains a part of the family, watching over them in a way that feels protective rather than threatening. The Thompson family knows that some ghosts aren't meant to be feared, some just need to be set free. This version amplifies the suspense while giving a stronger emotional connection to the story. It also provides a more balanced tone for the ending, turning what could be a fearful haunting into something meaningful and protective.